Even though smartphones are getting better and better, one of the biggest complaints still remain the same: the battery life. The Doogee BL12000 aims to address this issue by implementing a whopping 12,000 mAh battery in a phone. My name is Linus with the TechLine HD. As always, let's take a look at all the pros and cons of this device. The phone ships with all the items you would expect to get with any phone, and there are some extras like USB OTG cable, a screen protector, and a soft TPU case to protect the phone. In order to squeeze in such a huge battery, Doogee had to make a thick and heavy device that could literally crush most of the phones on the market. In fact, Doogee claims it put two 6,000 mAh units into this phone. As expected, the battery life is very good, but honestly, I expected better results. I could get over 16 hours of screen on time, which is great, but if we had a more power efficient chipset, we could achieve better results. I know that some of the reviewers even questioned the real battery capacity of this phone, but I'm not an expert at taking phones apart and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say that I expected a better battery life out of this phone. As far as charging time, it takes almost 5 hours to fully charge the phone with a supplied fast charger. The phone has sharp edges with some metallic elements and glass on the front and rear. I can't really claim that the phone is comfortable to hold in the hand, but that's the trade-off you need to live with due to a large battery capacity. We have a large display that is actually very good for a budget phone, and it can also get really bright. One of the highlights of this device is a dual camera setup on the back. There is also another dual camera setup on the front. Of course, we are going to test these cameras out in detail very soon in this review. I found the fingerprint scanner to be quite accurate, but the display could light up a little bit faster. The phone also has a notification LED light, a hybrid dual SIM card tray, a headset jack, and a mediocre sounding loudspeaker. The Doogee BL12000 has a mediocre chipset and not so impressive list of specifications. Honestly, I expected better gaming performance out of this phone. The BL12000 can't even handle old 3D games properly unless you reduce the graphics settings to medium. Other games like Injustice 2 or Shadow Fight 3 are playable, but again, you should expect quite a bit of stutter and skipped frames. The device ships with Android 7.0 out of the box, but we have the so-called Doogee OS 2.0 built on top of it. That means that we have a mashup of stock Android and Doogee's icons and some other design elements. We have some classic features and customization options we've seen on other phones, like the ability to tweak the navigation bar, a few gesture controls that I don't really use, and so on. In general, the phone is quite fast on a daily basis, but I've noticed a little bit of stutter here and there, but nothing major. The overall image quality could be a lot better even for a budget phone like this. I expected to see more detail, sharpness, and more natural looking colors. The portrait shots look kind of artificial. Also, you can take these fake bokeh effect pictures even when the secondary camera lens is covered. That means that the second camera may not be real. Finally, camera falls apart in low light, just like most of these budget phones. You can take okay looking selfies for social media. The secondary camera has a wide angle lens, but the quality is worse than using the main selfie camera. Same as with a selfie video, the main camera can capture decent looking footage while the wide angle camera's video quality does not really impress. I say another because this phone has two front facing cameras, and right now I'm recording using the camera that has wide angle lens. 1080p video quality does not impress either. Also, camera lacks essential features like continuous autofocus. I found the call quality to be above average, signal reception is decent, and other connectivity options work fine. The phone has just a few sensors, but a good thing is that there is a gyroscope sensor that is essential for 360 content or VR. Finally, USB OTG feature works fine. The Doogee BL12000 is a different phone, that's for sure. I love the display, day-to-day user interface performance is decent, and the phone has some extra features like a dual camera system on the front and a notification LED light. Since the Doogee BL12000 rocks a huge battery, it makes the phone bulky and heavy. Speaking of that battery, it performs well, but honestly I expected better results considering its enormous capacity. You should not expect good gaming or camera performance neither. At the end of the day, the Doogee BL12000 definitely has a few pros, but it also has quite a few shortcomings to consider before buying it. But what do you guys think about this phone? As always, drop me a comment down below. Also drop me a comment down below if you have any questions about this device. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. It was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.